Hello, this is Jesse coming back with another episode. So yesterday we got done with all of the drill holing. Kevin finished off these parts here. This is all the mahogany fronts with the Amboyna burl on the front. Those are looking great. So all those holes are drilled, and so now those are ready to go on the actual boxes. So what I'm going to be working on today is actually gluing those drawer fronts on the drawers. So this is going to be an exciting episode. So John, my brother, is here working on the hinges I was talking about yesterday. These are the Catalog's hinges. He's making some pins to go in here. These are going to be steel pins, which he is cutting to the exact right size. So I reinforced the steel just so that it's not the thin 1/8" steel in there. I think it makes it a little bit stronger, and it's never going to bind up. So those are good things to have in a hinge. Wouldn't you say so, John? Look at this scar. So this scar is when he was skating on the ice skating rink, and my brother's skate came over him like this. He was like 7 years old at the time. 5 years old? Wow.
Yep. Got a lot of free milkshakes out of the deal when I went to the doctors in Syracuse.
So anyway, so he's making good progress on those. So once he's finished with those, then I'll be able to finish the puzzle chest that I was working on yesterday. However, I did get all of these slats in so that the mechanism's kind of there, but it's not worked into the chest yet. So that will happen at some point today. But for now, I'm going to get started gluing on those drawer fronts. I hope it goes good. First thing I have to do is make sure that the drawers are moving in and out of the box well. Because right now it's summer, so it's the most humid time of the year, so the wood's all going to swell. So now it's a good time to make sure that those drawers are going to move in and out easily and never going to bind up. Puzzle chest rolling out, putting the drawers in, putting the fronts on, making sure all the drawers open and close nicely, and then putting on the burl fronts. And that's going pretty good. As you see, I got a stack of them here. And so I've just been setting them up on top. Obviously, I have these cases sanded nice, so I don't want to scratch those. So I just have paper insulating the two. And so those are just drying here, and it kind of works well to just set them up there. And then I'll take the rubber bands off, and I'll put them back in once the glue is done drying. And at that point, it'd be nice to do a belt sand, but because it's a burl pattern, you don't actually need a straight grain belt, you know, a straight sanding pattern. You can actually use an orbital disc sander, such as this Merca, and that will actually get us to a good point. The finish I can bring up to like 320 grit, which is a pretty good polish, and ready for the finish at that point. So the daylight is beginning to fade. Still looks pretty good, but in a few hours here it'll be all gone. So I'm just gonna keep going because I gotta edit this afterward. And by the way, make sure and comment, because I appreciate it when people comment, because I can know like kind of who's watching, or you know, what's interesting, you know, what you guys want to see more of, and all that kind of stuff. So I appreciate all the comments, and look forward to shooting again tomorrow and seeing where we get to at the end of this week. Looking really cool. I'm really happy with the way it looks. It looks really cool. It does look kind of old, I'd say. It looks a little bit rugged, like there are going to be little, you know, gaps and seams and stuff, just because the drawer needs to be able to open and close, and not everything came out perfect. But I mean, for the name like Secretum Cista, you're kind of expecting it to look old and you know, historic and a little bit weathered and whatnot. So, you know, I'm totally fine with a couple little seams here and there. So I hope everybody enjoys it and is cool with that. But anyways, yeah, I really like the Amboina burl, and the drawer pulls are nice and uniform. They all come out to the same same distance. On the first run of Puzzlechest, I carved them out by hand on a lathe, and so there was a little bit of variance in the pulls, but these are all the same. So it adds, you know, adds a nice touch. I'll just kind of get this shot rounded up tonight, and then I'll come back tomorrow. Got a lot of work left to do this week, so I'm hoping I can make it a long ways, because what's left to do after this is just finish off these holly drawer fronts with some Yosegi in front and the drawer pulls, and then just put on the glass back, and then we're rolling. So you all have a good day. I'll see you again tomorrow, Please leave a comment, like and share the video, and subscribe.